So let's continue on with the many different hats that you wear. Photographer, videographer, drone, media specialist. Which of these jobs is your favorite?
Well, when I first thought about it, like the part that I thought was going to be my favorite, and it is kind of nice, is like just being able to travel all over the places. So getting paid to travel, getting paid to fly a drone, and just go, see all the different parts and not be stuck at a desk 9 to 5, 40 hours or more a week.
Yeah.
And that's fun. It can get tiring of just driving a lot. I don't mind driving. So the part that I like the most, I think that I've learned over the last year or so is just connecting with people and just like finding, how would I say? Yeah, just like building relationships. I like going to like networking events. Like we met at the Whatcom Young Professionals and the Bellingham Partnership like marketing event, quarterly marketing event. But just I like, even though I am introverted and kind of have a hard time like being outgoing, I like practicing that muscle of just like being outgoing and finding ways to do that, because when I first started the business, I thought most of it was just taking pictures and video and like stuff like that, and that's like 10% of the job.
Yeah. No, I'm right with you there. We started this whole little shindig because we wanted to offer a podcast studio for folks in Whatcom County. And, we got a little bit of business from that, but we realized that, we need to expand. It's like, okay, so we started taking on different jobs. We did like a documentary here, and then we started working with cities over there. And then eventually we realized, I got to learn how to do like website development. And so for the last month, I've been soft learning CSS and HTML. JavaScript's a nightmare, but like, how much time this last month have I spent editing videos? Like 20%, maybe.
Okay. So one thing I will say, so I did redo my website and I used a guy here in town. So if you want help with that, but yeah, I had sorry to cut you off, but like I redesigned my website with Squarespace, using Squarespace, but I hired a web developer to help me with redoing the whole thing. I guess it can be kind of picky on like understanding the marketing and understanding the vision of what I want the site to be. The person that I used here in town, Sean, from Bellingham, we worked together really well. He was able to kind of help put everything together, help suggest, like, I guess what I'm used to, for example, is like at the bottom of the site, like have like all the reviews, like 3 reviews kind of scrolling. And he's like, every fold. So like, if you think of it like a website, like as a newspaper, like every time you fold to a new page, having one review there. And so instead of just having a bunch of them at the bottom, having like, them sprinkled throughout so people keep on seeing it. So just like, I guess, as you're saying, like we wear a lot of hats. One of my goals or things that I try to do is try to hire people in roles or, contracting positions that can take some of that distraction or stuff off my plate.
Well, you're talking about delegation right there, which is something that eventually we all have to run into where, Lord help us, we've got enough on our plate where we get to choose what we focus on. And we get the privilege of saying, hey, I'm just never going to take great joy in this, or maybe I'm just not very good at it. We get to pass it off. So video production, photography, aerial footage, and then media management. What's the kind of work that you're able to delegate? And what's the kind of work that is so important that you do yourself?
I think the most important thing that I do myself is like client outreach, client service, so like interacting with clients. Like as we talked about, like I delegate the photo editing, I delegate the video editing. I have a virtual assistant that helps me with my social media, which a lot of agents are like have asked me about or excited about. Because trying to do all that stuff, like I would only be able to do like maybe 1 job a day.
Right. Yeah.
And like I can do I've done 3 or 4 or 5. I think maybe my most is 4 in a day. But kind of like what you're saying, there's a book called Buy Back Your Time. I don't know if you've read that one.
I've not.
But it's the whole idea of like I guess thinking about all the stuff you're doing, like what's high value, what's middle value, what's lower value, or like if you think of it as a doctor, like what's something a doctor would do, what's something a nurse would do, what's something that like the front desk person would do.
Right.
because it takes different levels of time and education to get that far. So kind of like what you're saying, like what I would like to do, what I enjoy the most and what I can't really delegate is connecting with clients, giving somebody a face to connect with. So like when I do build out a team, like one of my goals in the future is to hire a photographer or somebody else that can take on more jobs. I can delegate getting help with, taking on more photo shoots. So instead of only being able to do 3 or 4 a day or 2 a day, depending on how much is going on, I can have somebody to help out and maybe take 4 or 5. So video editing, photo editing, social media, and then in the future, like more photo shoots. And but as far as me, I would like I feel like my value is the most as like the point of contact, or at least like the person you can trust, like the Bobby Flay, or like the like the Chef Ramsay or something. Where
at that point, like coming back to what we talked about before, you're just alluding to, you're leveraging yourself as the personal brand at that point. Interesting. So do you think that carries over with other photographers, where they eventually realize that the technical work that they do, while still valuable, can ultimately be delegated, and then they can specialize and become of most value to like real estate agents or other clients as the person that they're just communicating with, the people that they're corresponding with to get the work done?
Yeah, I think in our area, I'm not sure. I think something that I've noticed is like most of the businesses in our area, the real estate media businesses, are either like one-man shop or maybe like 2-people shop. In the coaching program and like the community that I'm in for real estate media owners, especially ones in like bigger areas, like maybe Seattle or like Florida, a lot of them will have a team of photographers. And just trying to figure out, I guess kind of stepping back to what I was saying, like, how do I want to put this? For a while, like it is valuable to be the person that people think of when they think of the business. But after a while that becomes like a slowdown, or that becomes a challenge where it's like, at some point, bigger real estate media businesses, they'll hire like an admin, and that admin and, like the virtual assistant and that kind of stuff will be able to take more of those customer interactions off the plate of the owner and the face. And there won't be as much of a like Caspar brand and more of like a, like Hickman photography brand or something. So it's interesting. Like there's an evolution to, at least from what I've seen in real estate media businesses that are in like bigger markets.